Hello everyone, this is Sally Ann Harrison. I realised that I haven't done an episode of the sewing chat for ages, but I have been working behind the scenes on getting my new sewing room up together, which you can see in the background. So I thought I'd give you a little walk around and any tips and advice gratefully received. So I'm going to try and turn the camera around now. Right, so I'll start in the corner by the window. So I just thought you'd like to see, I've got a few quilts on the wall. The bottom one's my own design. And then I've got a Jack sewing machine, which I have yet to do anything with, an industrial sewing machine. Bits and pieces that I'm working on, crochet basket, and one of my Sweetie Club quilts, which is folded up. There. Okay, let's just move around the room, across the doorway. Okay, so yeah, I've got a few sewing machines. I've got a broken casualty, as you can see in the Bonina, and then I have my Juki overlocker and the mystery sewing machine is under the cover, which I think is a Debbie Shaw cover, is a Sashko machine, which I use quite a bit to do some quilting. It gives you a hand quilted look. Moving up the wall again, so the top one on the right hand side, that's going to be Parma Violets, one of my Sweetie Club quilts. The star one is one from Edita Sitar. The orangey one is from Primitive Gatherings, and the little 9 patch comes from, can't remember where the 9 patch comes from, but it's just a diagonally set 9 patch, and then it's the hearts and the American flags, and there's a little felted picture which came from Strawberry Stitches. So here's a little sneak peek of the bunnies that I've been working on. So these are the bunnies that hopefully will be available in the next couple of weeks. Bunnies in time for Easter, of course. And then I may have seen that one a couple of times before, the Quilt Show quilts. This is a design by Joe Colwell of Cowslip. And then there's a couple more at the top, little ones. A couple of wool applique ones, and the one down the bottom is the black and red one, is a gift from my friend in Australia. And then the little house is a punch needle one. I don't get to do that much punch needle. I must admit I do like it, and I have seen it more recently combined with wool applique and punch needle together, which looks amazing. And then going up the wall is the Hugs and Kisses quilt from the Temecula Quilt Company, and the flower is from Sherry Payne. The one with the bird is Primitive Gatherings, and so is the little heart one, which is hearts on flannel. I think it's got quite a bit of texture to it, that one. Another heart one, again Temecula Quilt Company. And then going down the wall, fruit pastels, which is part of the Sweetie Club for last year, and then the one with ball written on it is a buttermilk basin design, and that's a wool applique. Okay, moving across. Oh, got a bit of a reflection there. What my husband calls my spooky dolls. Buttons that are stacked by colour, and then some teddy bears. And then some of my vintage sewing machines. All bears that I've made, bears, bunnies, mice, and the crochet baskets. Moving back up again into, there yeah, sorry, that is my camera equipment that I use for when I'm doing Zoom meetings. And then right to the top, more vintage machines. A puzzle ball. I really liked making that little puzzle ball that's in the yarn holder. I think there's a Luna Lappa, that one. And then some more, the cushion is wool applique. And then there's some more bits and pieces in the cupboard, some crochet cake, obviously calorie free. More bears that I've made. Fat quarters. Do you ever end up with a fat quarter pack that you like it so much that you can't actually use it? Well, that one's been there quite a while. The crochet dress. And then, again, sneak around that corner. It's a doll that was given to me. My London bus, which went all the way to Houston in 2017, so it was on display there. Edita Sitar is the little quilts. Postcards for the Past, Make the American Boy. I've had that one for quite a while. It used to be on my house when I lived in the States. A little bit of a bright light. And then moving across, this is my Liberty thread cabinet. Little black dress is one of my designs, which is in a wooden frame. Tea quilt from Temecula Quilt Company, one that I made whilst on holiday in Palm Springs. And then little twister, I've made quite a few little twister quilts. That one is Cinder Toffee, again part of the Sweetie Club 2021. And another little twister. Oh, and I don't know if you can see just there on the wall, that is a little, well, it's meant to be a towel hook, but I use it for putting zippers on zips. If anybody wants to know how to do that, check out Lisa Lamb on YouTube, and she shows you how to use one of these to put one of those zippers back on the zipper tape. I also have a little, down here, a rather new sewing box. It was a gift with a Liberty interior, and that comes from Betty's in the UK. So moving on round, I have got a new TV in my room so I can watch YouTube and Zone Street, of course. Going across the top, that one's called, is it Bonnie and Camille? It's called Jumping Puddles, that one. And the wool applique comes from Primitive Gatherings. And then sort of move into my more messy area. A couple of my original designs, and then I've got like a design wall with bits and bobs going on. Embarrassingly, I've still got a Christmas decoration there. The red and white check, I don't know if you can see that, that is something called chicken scratch embroidery. And the little tiny ballerina is a form of Hungarian folded patchwork. And then there's obviously the bow ties that I've been putting together. I'm part of a bow tie group on Facebook. And then there's the heat transfer, which I'm going to hopefully use in a bag. There's a little bit of manipulated fabric, which I was playing around to use as a rose. I think the block's one of the Dear Jane ones. And then I've got some really tiny log cabin blocks. And then I'm into the corner. I have I think most of us have probably got one of these, a IKEA Raskog, and a unit that my husband has recently finished, which is basically 2 Kallax units together to provide a cutting table. All my bits and pieces on there, my pin cushions, so you can see it is in action. In fact, I've been sewing in here this morning. So anyway, I think we have been all the way around the room now. So anybody got any extra storage tips? I tend to keep my fabric out of this room and in another room, again in Kallax units. Yep, I'm always open to extra tips. One of the things that I do struggle with is those rulers that keep falling off the back of the unit. So I didn't know whether I could get some sort of wall storage for that. If anyone's got any ideas, please do message me. Okay, let's see if I can turn the camera back the other way. Okay, so you're back to me now. So yes, my sewing room is coming together day by day. One of the things I do struggle with though is lighting, especially at night. Anybody got any ideas that they'd like to send to me on how to light a sewing room would be gratefully received. So I think that completes my sewing room tour. Thank you ever so much for bothering to tune in and have a little look. It's always interesting to see other people's ideas and to share ideas. Oh, and one thing I would also say, somebody asked me, how do I put the little quilts on the wall? The quilts are on the wall with little glass-headed pins. I don't know if I can grab one. Yeah, there's one here. There we go. It's just, oops, get it in the camera. They're just like these, and they're just into the wall. Okay. Anyway, happy stitching, everybody, and see you again next time.